guys? Hello and welcome to my brand new mod pack that I'm working on. This is the alpha of it, essentially. I just wanted to, well, do some videos on it, get some feedback, things like that. So this is a very hard mod pack, partly inspired by the Terraformacraft mod, if you've ever heard of that. One of the things, as you can tell pretty much right off the bat, that's more difficult about this than vanilla is we are only starting off with 4 hearts, which, for obvious reasons, should make things much more difficult. There are actually certain monsters that can kill you in 1 hit now, so yeah. Anyway, we are in a little bit of a valley spot here to start off with, which we might actually make into our permanent base. Now, as you can see, we aren't going straight to punching trees. Oh, why was there a Vex there? Why is there a Vex? What? Okay, let's just grab our stuff and run. Why is there... Okay, there's Vexes around here. We might not be able to make this spot our base. So, we're surrounded by dark oak forest on all sides. Okay. Let's head east. Just head east and hope that we get out of this forest. We have a few mods to also balance things out a little bit. For example, we've got can't speak today. Pam's Harvest Craft, which should make it a little bit easier to get food and things like that, which will be important to getting more health, as it is through Pam's Harvest Craft that we get more health, basically. That spot's got coal, so let's hope there's no Vexes around here. So what we need to do to get our first set of tools is we need to break gravel. And if we break gravel, we can get flint, which we can then turn into flint shards. If we can get any flint. Oh boy, this might take a little bit. Alright, so I just cut there because it took us a little while to get more flint. There's also these little loose stones. I'm going to grab a few of them. I believe this is coal. I think I already said that, but I don't remember, so... just going to say I'm pretty sure that's coal, which will be very, very useful. So, one of the things in this mod pack is ore, most ores at least, spawn far less frequently. So, basically, you need to find ore deposits and mine those. Instead of just digging around underground, hoping you'll find ore. Because that's not going to work. Anyway, so we've got a couple little bits of flint, so we're going to turn that into a flint knife, and then we're just going to go ham on all the grass. And we'll be able to get this plant fiber, which we can turn into plant string, and make our first axe. And I'm going to turn that into stone there. And I'm actually going to just keep mining plant fiber until we have enough to make a bed. Alright, so I've gotten the 12 plant string, which we can turn into wool just like we can with normal string. But we don't have any wood, so let's go chop down this tree, which, as you can tell, takes a little while. It's actually faster than chopping down an oak log or a dark oak tree normally, thankfully, because they can take a while. Yeah, this is still going to take a little bit. Hopefully not too much longer. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, and we got an apple too. Okay, sweet. Okay. So, what we can do is we need to chop this into planks. Then we can make a crafting table. I'm going to make a shovel. First of all. That's going to be our first stone tool. And then I'm going to go grab a few more bits of loose rock that we can turn into cobblestone. So let me grab all of that up. The skeleton just hit me once. And we are down to 1.5 hearts. So yeah, that should give you a good idea of how difficult this mod pack is going to be. And we don't exactly have much in the way of food right now. I'm just going to make a bed because the sun is starting to set. We could have just made my brain just got blank. We could have just made a I haven't recorded in a while. And my brain has just decided to stop working because of it. A sleeping bag, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of that this series just because I haven't recorded in so long and I'm not used to talking to myself, essentially. Oh boy. So we're going to make a campfire as well, which we've already done. But as you can see, unlike in vanilla Minecraft, it is currently not lit. So, can I sleep now? Not yet. I could just craft this into flint, but I don't particularly want to. Let's go put a few of those on so we can start getting a little bit of food. Oh, not food, sorry, charcoal. And this campfire will heal us slowly. As long as we are close, and it will also stop mob spawns as long as we are close. So let's wait for this to finish up. I'm going to make a pickaxe now. So I need to chop more wood like that. There we go, and a pickaxe, there we go. And we've got charcoal now. And I think for our first base, I'm just going to dig a hole underground. Because that's going to be a lot safer than staying up on the surface, let's be honest. So let me dig out a little bit of a space and get our little hobbit hole set up. So one of the features of this mod pack are these little ability totems, which if you have enough XP, you can equip to, well, get certain abilities. These abilities pretty much just help you out in your normal survival stuff. It's pretty much just like permanent beacon and potion effects. So they are very useful to gather up, but you pretty much need to hunt or fight monsters to get them. Most of the time, the easiest way to get them is just find an animal that is glowing, and if you kill it, then you can get the ability. But they don't always drop, I've noticed. I'm not sure if that's a bug with the mod, or if that's intentional, or if it's some incompatibility in the mod pack. But it doesn't really matter too much. It's fairly easy to build them up. I'm just going to finish hunting up these fish, because that's one of the only ways that we can get food right now, basically. Alrighty. Let's head back to the hole. Also, even though it's really difficult to like get wooden planks right at the start of the game, you can just craft like chests like that. And yeah, that makes it a little bit easier. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that particular recipe or not in the pack. There is a possibility that I'm going to remove it because it could just be a little bit too easy at this point in the game, potentially. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. Alright, let's dump food and plant related items in here. and pretty much everything else up here. So another thing that we want to get is we want to get some of these clay balls, craft them into just normal clay. Let's grab some more sticks. We need the axe. We're going to need to actually start chopping some trees properly soon, but we're just not quite ready to do that yet. Let's make this clay tool, and we want to turn these into these big pots. We're going to want a few of them. I want to get 8, because these are basically our backpacks. And, well, it's easier to smelt 8 things at a time. It uses less fuel. Especially considering that the campfires now use fuel and they go through it very fast, I've noticed. I'm pretty sure that using a furnace is more efficient now. Alright, let's start smelting these up. And these don't stack, so I'm not quite sure how the furnace is going to react to them. So let's just wait and see. Oh no, it still keeps melting. We also need to make a fillet knife, and let's process our fish up. This first episode is going to be quite slow, because I just want to sort of show off how the early game in this mod pack will work, because I'm pretty happy with the early game at this point, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to change it once we actually release the pack. So there are certain types of wood that are quite powerful in this mod pack, particularly the wood from the Autumnity mod, because you can actually just craft it into planks and stuff completely normally how you would in vanilla. So again, that's pretty powerful. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them like that or if I'm going to tweak it, because they're fairly rare as well. Like, you're not going to find very many of them. So, but then once you've got the saplings as well, you can just keep on making them. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or not, but for now, in this mod pack, they're in there. One of the reasons why I'm doing these videos is because I actually want feedback. Again, the brain's not working very well right now. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not, but if you guys have any feedback, please leave that in the comments, and I'll try my best to take on the feedback and see what things I can tweak for you guys for when the mod pack is actually released. I just want to mine up this copper because, like I mentioned before, it can be difficult to get resources. Copper is not so much one of those resources, but still. I'm also going to fill this in, like so. And yes, we are using planks to save on wood. I think that's a pretty standard strategy. Most people will agree. Just make your floors out of planks. Even if you're not making them in a way that will actually prevent mob spawns, it still saves you a bunch of wood, so yeah. Let's mine out this space as well. I'm just going to cut here, tidy up the base a little bit, and we'll be back in a moment. Oops, wrong button. Alright, so we have now eaten enough food to get us a bonus heart. Though that was supposed to give us 2 bonus hearts, I'm pretty sure, not just 1. I might have messed something up in the config. That's gonna give us a weird number of hearts for the rest of the series. Okay, I'll have to check that out in a sec, probably after I finish recording this episode. Anyway, as pretty much always in Minecraft, we are going to need a lot more wood. The issue is, it takes a long time to get wood. Yeah, like you can see, it's not giving us a huge amount. We're also going to need more crops as well, which is much easier to obtain. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a hoe. And we're going to start planting some food because, well, like I mentioned, we can't just rely on one type of food. The more we eat a particular type of food in this mod pack, the less effective that type of food gets, because we have both versions of the Spice of Life mod. I just realized there is no in-game audio on OBS. Oh well. I'll fix that up for the next episode. Anyway, let me just clear out some of this sand. Alright. And our inventory is pretty much completely full. But that's okay. That is completely fine. We need spring crops. Like, these will grow all year round. Lettuce is a spring crop. There we go. I'm actually going to dump some stuff off because I'm apparently carrying way too many things. Also, one thing to note about this mod pack is that there is in fact a pollution mechanic. So you gotta be careful how much you're using things like coal and even lava and stuff. When you turn it into obsidian, it can actually produce sulfur. So you gotta be careful about that, because too much pollution can start to cause problems such as death and the grass dying and other things like that. Generally, what you can do as well, though, is most plants really like CO2. So you can actually pump the pollution into a greenhouse, for example, and it can actually make certain plants grow faster, which is going to be something that we will be using and taking advantage of once we are able to do that. And it's nearly nighttime again. Let's just empty out our inventory a bit. Want that back. Want that in there. Too many items. Alright, and now we can sleep. So I think that's pretty much all I want to do for today's episode. I reckon in tomorrow's episode we're going to try figure out where exactly the coal under here is. Because there's clearly coal, like, yep. Whoa! Okay, and it's good coal as well. Normal coal in vanilla Minecraft smelts 8 items. Alright. That's pretty good. Let's eat another cherry. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. I'm running out of things to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know how long this video is going to turn out to be, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!